So you clicked on this video because you want to learn how to edit faster. I'm going to be showing you guys 5 different tips in order to make your editing on controller 10 times quicker. This literally works for all platforms, whether you're on Xbox, PS5, or even on PC. All these tips are going to be super easy to follow, so make sure you guys just watch until the end, and I promise you, you will have that edit speed looking crazy. And I'm not even lying when I say that. Just take a look at this clip and how much I improved. Alright, enough talking now. I'm going to be going step by step to help you guys improve. Tip number 1, and one of the most important aspects of editing faster on controller, is your controller settings and also controller binds. So obviously we're on the graphics page, and this is not really important. And if you guys want to have less delay, make sure you guys have motion blur off. It doesn't make a huge difference, but it does make a little difference. So I would recommend having that off in case you have it on. Now if we go to the actual important controller settings that you need to be consistent and also edit faster, if you scroll all the way down here to your input and you go down to your sensitivity, you will find your build mode sensitivity and also your edit mode sensitivity. Now I've tried a bunch of pro sensitivity and I've also mixed it up with my own, and I found that 2.0 is actually the best. So if you guys want to give this a try and try it on both your edit and build mode, you would see that it makes a huge difference in your editing. Once you get used to this edit sense, it's not too fast or too slow, it's just perfect, and it allows me to be consistent. Now after that sensitivity, we're going to go on to our advanced look sensitivity, which is horizontal speed and vertical speed. And your horizontal speed is how you rotate left and right when you're editing, and then your look vertical is how you rotate up and down when you're editing. Now I have both of these set to 40%, and also I have all of these boosts turned off. The boost adds a little too much for me. I used to use it, but I recommend having it off in case you do have that on. And obviously your turn and boost ramp time as well, make sure that it is at 0. Now you guys don't have to copy my sensitivity exactly, but I do recommend giving it a try. I've been trying a lot of controller player sense, and this is what I find out to be the best. I adjusted it to my liking, so make sure you guys give this a try. Now if we go down to our advanced aim down sight sensitivity, as you can see here, I have it set to 18% with all the boosts also off. So this doesn't directly help you with editing or anything like that, but it is part of my sensitivity, so I wanted to show you guys all of it one by one. I have both of these set to 18%, as you can see here, and this is how you rotate left and right when you're aiming down, and this is how you rotate up and down while you're aiming. Now for me, this is one of the most important parts, and this is your look input curve. As you can see here, we have linear and exponential, and basically for linear, you're using your raw stick input, while as exponential, it causes smaller stick movement. Now in simpler terms, basically linear is just saying that you have more control over using your joysticks, rather as for exponential, it basically allows you to have better aim because you have smaller stick movement. So basically, if you want smoother edits, I recommend giving linear a try in case you're on exponential. But if we go down here to my dead zone now, make sure your dead zone isn't too low, because if it's too low, then you may have some stick drift. Now I recommend being on around 6%. I'll fluctuate in between 6% all the way up to 9%, but if you have your dead zone too high, it basically makes it harder for your joysticks to move. I noticed whenever I set it too high, I was a lot more stiff than I was when it was lower. And obviously if I'm more stiff, I won't be able to hit as many edits, and also it doesn't look smoother whenever I'm editing. Now if we go to my controller binds, I'm only going to go to my edit binds because that's what this video is about. But if you guys want my full settings, just let me know down below in the comment section. Now this is the most important part for me, because in order to edit fast, you guys need 2 different edit binds. And by this I mean you need to make sure you have a different confirm and also a different edit bind. Now these are the most important binds for editing. As you can see here, I have my select to R2, I have my confirm to R1, I have my reset to L1, and also my edit is left stick. Now left stick is one of the best edits for being on controller, and also having a different confirm allows you to edit faster rather than having the same edit and also confirm. It slows down your editing. Now the reset is also important. I used to be on R3, which was a terrible decision because it was very slow for me to reset, and I figured that L1 was actually one of the fastest binds that you could use to reset. Now I feel like this has been the best setup for all of my controller mapping on the edit section. I feel like everything is well balanced, and if you guys want to, you can maybe try out one at a time. Maybe you don't have to try out all of them because then you'll get confused, but maybe give each one a try at a different time. Tip number 2 is going to be practicing your edits, and I have 2 different maps that we're going to be showcasing today. For map number 1, we're going to be using Raiders Impossible Edit Practice Map, and this has a bunch of different edit courses. The island code is going to be right here on the screen, and we're going to load in. I'm just going to show you everything that this map includes. As you can see, loading into this map, there's an unlimited selection of different edit courses that you can do. This ranges from easy to medium and difficult. As you can see here, starting off, there's just only double edits, and if you want to go further and go even harder, you can go to triple edits. You can go to double edits again, you can go to quad edits, whatever you want, but this map has been the best for me and I've been able to get so consistent with a lot of different edit selections. For this map, obviously there's a bunch of different edit courses that you can practice, and it's going to allow you to be consistent. It will allow you to get a bunch of reps in, and all these edits will literally just be like muscle memory. One of my favorite parts about this map is this edit section over here. As you can see, it has a bunch of different weird edits that put you in uncomfortable situations. It has a bunch of triple edits, it makes you edit down, it makes you reset. It basically has everything that you need in this one section here. So I recommend continuing practicing a bunch of different edits in this course. Become consistent, make sure you build that muscle memory, and editing will be so much easier for you after the end of all of this. Now for tip number 3, this map is mainly used to practice your crosshair edit placement, and this is because it includes slow motion. Now having good crosshair placement is important because it allows you to make your edits more efficiently. If we go onto the map, here are all the details about the map, and the code will be on the screen. Slow motion is so important because it allows me to practice all my crosshair placements and different edits at a slower pace. So as you can see in this map, after loading in, it has a bunch of different options. It has backgrounds, it has music, it has custom crosshairs, but the most important part is right here. As you can see here, we have slow motion and we also have a higher speed. We can go all the way to 1.5 and just look how quick this is. But we're not going to be needing that. We're going to be needing the slow motion right here. As you can see here, we're half the speed now, and it allows me to practice all my crosshair movements. I can practice a bunch of different edits, and I can be a lot more consistent since it is at a slower motion. You can even set up your own edit courses just like this. As you can see, I set up this ramp and floor edit course right here, and I'm already on 0.5 mode, so all I have to do is grapple all the way up and practice this edit. So I would say try a bunch of different edit courses. You can set them up just like this or even just free build, because one of the best ways that I learned to be consistent and edit faster is first practicing in slow motion, and after I got it down to slow motion, I will switch it over to normal speed and I will do all my edits in normal speed. And basically this is the fastest way that I was able to learn all these edits. For tip number 4, I recommend being able to play claw or also use paddles in order to edit faster. So as you can see here, I have a scuff controller, and this scuff controller actually comes with paddles, but I do not play paddles. I only play double claw. Now I'm going to be teaching you guys a small little tutorial on how to play claw. So basically, as you can see here, this is L1, this is L2, and then this is R1, and this is R2. So basically my left pointer finger rests on L1 and my left middle finger rests on L2. And for my right hand, my right pointer finger rests on R1 and my middle finger rests on R2. So basically these fingers are resting on these buttons right here, just like this. And this is the part that gets tricky for little claw players. Basically your pointer finger on each hand has to be touching these face buttons. So for example, my right pointer finger right here is resting on R1, and since my switch mode is triangle, I have to go off R1 all the way to triangle, just like this. And for my pickaxe bind on my left hand, as you can see, my left pointer finger is resting on L1, and so basically since my pickaxe bind is right D-pad, I have to go from L1 to the right D-pad, just like this. Also, when playing claw, it's very important because I'm able to keep my thumbs on the sticks at all times. And this is very important for FPS games just like Fortnite, because you are constantly moving and also aiming. So anytime that I have to move my thumbs off the joystick, it drastically affects my gameplay. Now if you don't know where to find controllers that have paddles, all of my controllers personally come from Scuff. It's the only controller company that I actually use because it comes with adaptive triggers, it comes with 4 paddles, it comes with literally everything that you need, and the link will be down below in the description. My editing has literally become 10 times quicker because there's so many accessories that I can add and customize onto my controller, but obviously sometimes it does get a little pricey with Scuff. So there's a lot of different places where you can buy paddles on Amazon or other websites, but make sure you guys check out Scuff if you would like to do so. Now for tip number 5 and the last tip, the only tip that I can give you guys in order to simplify everything is just be consistent with all of these steps. Being able to be consistent and always practicing each and every step that I listed in this video will allow you to become better. I know it sounds super cliche, but that's literally all you have to do. Consistency is amazing with absolutely anything that you do, And if you continue to practice and practice and practice, I promise you, you will always get better. Everything that you do, you will see results honestly instantly, but if you practice for like a week consistency or even a few days or a few hours, you will see the progress. Thank you guys so much for all the support on all of the recent videos. If you guys made it to the end, make sure you guys comment down below controller so I know who the real ones are. All of the map codes will be dropped down below in the description. And before you click off this video, make sure you guys drop a like and a comment, and don't forget to use my supporter creator code Dropz in the Fortnite item shop.